Today's question is, Anthony, why are lunges so hard? So I'll tell you why lunges are so hard. You're going to narrow your base of support, all right? Do you remember the old Pontiac commercials? Wider is better, more stable, right? When you're squatting, your feet are wide, you're nice and stable. You go lunges, now your feet are narrow, so it's a little bit more unstable, right? People don't like that because we have bad balance. Number two, you're going to be shifting a lot more work into one leg. Instead of both legs working equally, the leg in front tends to do a majority of the work. So now one leg is having to work a lot harder than it would have. The reason why they seem so hard for people, they're like, okay, well, I just need to get stronger legs, right? And I can do lunges. Usually that's not the case. The case is you need to get a stronger core and stronger movement patterning in order to do lunges. As soon as people start to make that long stride, when a lunge starts, say you're at the very top, you're going to have your feet stepping forward, so one's forward, one's back, and they're in a narrow plane. Now you're really unstable, so your hips and your core have to work to stabilize you. A lot of people will just kind of drop down to the floor, and then when they come up, they'll fold over really hard because their core's not strong enough to propel their torso upwards. So it's not strong legs that hurts, it's really your weak core is what prevents you from doing good lunges. So how do we work on that? How can we improve it? Step one would be to go down to the floor in what we call half kneeling position. You're going to have one knee on the ground directly underneath your hip. One foot is up front, so your front leg is 90 degrees, back leg 90 degrees, and you're nice and tall in the torso. What you want to do is just own that position, work on digging that back toe in and pushing your front foot down so you get some tension. And you can even do exercises there, overhead presses, you can do rows, you can do some rotations, chops and lifts, whatever it is. But get used to that position and own that position by actively pushing the floor down. Alright? That's the first step. Now second step, let's go all the way up to your feet. Now what we call a split stance. So you have one foot forward, one foot back. Almost like you're in the middle of a long stride. You're nice and tall. Alright? That's really the top position of a split squat or a lunge. Own that position. Do some rows, do some presses from that position. So now you're getting stability and core control at the top. You're getting stability and core control at the bottom. And once you get those, now we can work on the transition from up and down. Alright? Starting from that half kneeling, push that floor, drive all the way up, straight up to the sky. Alright? Now the biggest thing is to keep that core tight the whole time. You might need some help or assistance. Maybe use the wall for balance. Alright, but do that split squat first. Own that position. This should be rock solid. Alright, before we go into lunges and reverse lunges and everything else people tend to do that they're not prepared for and they pay for it later. Okay? So own those positions. Split squat and half kneeling. Work your way up into a lunge. If you have any questions, let us know. We'd love to help. Until then, move better, train smarter.